Hey YouTube, thank you for joining another episode of Real Talk with Single Moms. This is the Mompreneur edition, and today I am talking to Kiarra Solomon, and she is a business consultant, a mompreneur, and a faith walker, faith-based. And let me tell you, I watched one of your lives, and I thought you were so inspirational as a business coach. Like, yes, there's a lady in Circle of Greatness, which is the group that we met in, and she is very inspirational too. She's also a business coach, and I really loved your live.
Oh my gosh!
Yes,
thank you so much.
I was inspired as a single mom and a mompreneur.
Just as a person, right? That's what I'm going for. Like anybody.
Yes. So I'm so glad that you accepted the invitation to come on and do an interview to inspire other single moms. So can you tell me a little bit about your single mom journey? What did that look like for you?
So, it's interesting because I have two children, a 10-year-old and an 1-year-old, or 11-year-old and a 1-year-old. My 10-year-old, my 11-year-old. It's gonna kill me. An 11-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Okay.
And, I didn't anticipate after 11 years, 10 years that I would be a single mom again, right? And so, I had just really kind of felt like I got to the place where I was able to balance and feel, like I'm making this thing work. But life happens, right? And so I had to make a decision at this point if I was gonna allow what was happening to me determine who I was gonna be and how I was gonna live my life and what I could have or couldn't have, or if I was still going to win in spite of what happens. And so one of the conversations that I had to have with myself, that I really had with my clients and anybody who talks to me, to be honest, on a day-to-day basis, is if you don't like the way the story is, you have the ability to literally write the rest of it.
That is true.
Right? So if you're like, this is a terrible story, what is happening here? You could be like, plot twist, and then she remembered who she was.
Yes.
And so I just decided that I was gonna do that for myself. Are the circumstances ideal? Absolutely not, right? I wouldn't necessarily say, like, if you have to choose, nobody chooses to be a single mom.
Right.
But I will say that the circumstances made me really remember who I am, right? And really dig deep and pull out some strength and some courage and some grit that I necessarily maybe would not have discovered or rediscovered if I wasn't in the situation that I'm in, if that makes sense.
Yes. So what did the process look like for you as a single mom? Because I know you own a business and you're doing a lot for your business. So what does that look like?
I mean, one of the most important things is that I had to reach out to people and ask for help, right?
Yes.
And we don't get taught to do that as single moms. As moms, forget being a single mom. If you're a mom who's married and been married for 35 years, most of those women will tell you, you have to do everything, and you are the glue that holds your house together. And I was like, this narrative is also crazy, and I'm not signing up for that. So no thank you, grandma. I love you, but I'm not. So so then I had to ask myself, is the value that I bring to my family in me doing their laundry personally every week? Or is the value in just making sure the laundry got done, right? Because they don't really know or care who did it. They just want clean underwear. Is the value that I bring to my family in, scrubbing my kitchen floors? I have hardwood floors that just attract dirt, right? Everything that's dirty fall on these floors. But is my value in mopping these floors 15 times a week, or is it showing up for George's Christmas play? Is it being there when he's doing something at school? Is it being able to drop him off and pick him up? And so the biggest thing that I had to learn was to not just ask for help, but go out there and hire the help that I needed.
Oh, awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm all for hiring a housekeeper, hiring a nanny, hiring somebody to help you with your kids. At one point when I was pregnant, George had somebody who would pick him up from his dad's house every week because I just wasn't doing it, right? I'm just I'm not. So how much can I pay you to, like, I can't put him in an Uber.
Right.
He's too young for that. So, like, do I know somebody who could use some gas money at the beginning of every week? So he needs to be picked up on Sunday. Hey, I need you to pick him up from South Philly and bring him home. And I'm just going to pay you to do that. But then what it saves me is I gain peace of mind. I gain time to be able to work on my business. And I don't have to worry about now, you know, just working myself up. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you gotta get yourself worked up to get out the house, whether it's going to the grocery store or anything like that. I order my groceries online.
What?
I don't go outside. So like
easy.
Me being here is like my friends see me out in public, they're like, is this Kiarra?
Wow.
Right? Because I'm just all about like automating and streamlining my life. So I use grocery delivery websites. I have a woman who comes to clean my house once a week. My baby has a nanny who babysits. And then like we fired the person who was picking George up, but we did have somebody who was picking him up. I needed a team, guys, is the point that I'm making.
Yes.
And whether you are in a position where you can go and ask people to help you for free, like you have a strong support system built into your family, and you have aunts who want to help you, but they just need you to say something. Those are the aunts that like always got something to say about your kids. Like, girl, why you ain't do her hair? And you like, well, you know what, Aunt Shirley.
Shirley though. I care with you.
Can't think of a name. But you know what, Aunt Shirley? Can you do Chrissy's hair for me? Because you're right. I just don't have the time to do her hair, and I'm failing.
She better say yes.
Right, because she always got something.
That's right.
So she really does want to do it. She just doesn't know how to verbalize that to you. Right? She just doesn't know how to say to you, hey, do you need me to help you? And so I had to get over my pride, over my, you know, I can do it all.
That's big.
Nobody does it better than me.
Right.
I had to say to my oldest son, hey, listen, I know that our lives have changed, right? Because now you have a little brother. And you are so important to this family. And so I'm like, my role changed and his life changed and your life is gonna change a little bit too. So I need you to do stuff like wash the dishes for me because I can't always do that. And I'm gonna need you to look out for your little brother sometimes. So sometimes when mommy is working, I just need you to keep him busy and keep him distracted. You gotta elicit help from your older children.
Make them feel important.
Right, who are there. And that's really what it's about at the end of the day. I didn't necessarily have people that I could go to in my family, but let me tell you something. When I opened myself up to receiving that help, God started to send it in every possible way.
That is awesome.
Every possible way, to the degree that like my children really, I feel like I am not a single parent, right? Like I feel like they have what they need to be able to be successful.
That is awesome. So, let's see. One of my hashtags is bring back the village. And I like how you said, if you don't have your aunties and uncles and them to help you, because sometimes you don't want them to help.
Right.
But if you don't have them to help you, it's okay to hire help. It's okay if you have the money. So you sound successful in your business. Can you provide some tips on, say we need a housekeeper, or say that sounds expensive?
And I'm so glad you said that, because my first okay, I need to hire people to help me. I didn't have a whole lot of money to spend, right? So we hired the housekeeper, and I was really like, I got like $50 a month to allocate to this.
Right.
Where can I find somebody to clean my house? So I went to websites like sitter.com or care.com and found somebody who was willing to work. Now, here's my trick. This is my tip. I don't tell anybody outside of my classes this, so this is really good. This is gold.
Good stuff.
My most recent housekeeper, we found her on an app called TaskRabbit, which you can download, and they have people that you can hire to do all kinds of stuff. And so she came to my house, and her rate on TaskRabbit was like $35 an hour, and I was like, sheesh, right? But so I paid her. I hired her for 1 hour off of TaskRabbit, and I paid her that rate. But when she came to my house, I said, hey, listen, after she did the work, and I was satisfied, and I felt like she was a good quality housekeeper, and she wasn't crazy. Right.
So
I checked her out.
That's important too.
So then I said, listen, I need somebody to come here every week and clean. I'm looking for somebody to be committed. You know, I want to book you on a weekly basis. Can you give me a discount on this rate that you provide?
Negotiation.
right? Because I want to book you weekly. Now, here's what I know. They don't get, if you hire somebody through a service, they are not paid all of the money. It's like an Uber driver, right? If you're driving Uber, the person that we hired to pick Georgia up, for example, was driving Uber. But when you book an Uber gets a cut,
right?
And they get a cut. So if I can pay you more than what your app is paying you, and you don't have to worry about that fee that you have to pay them, and then your bank fees, and then your PayPal fees, and all that, it becomes a much better situation for her. And I'm gonna book you every week. I need you every week. So she went from being $35 an hour to like $30 every time she came.
Oh wow! Okay.
Right. So completely different situation,
right?
As opposed to I'm trying to find somebody that I can pay, you know, $100. Now, it depends on where you live at and what the average cost of housekeeping is in your area. But I would say look around. Another place that I go that some people may be a little leery of is Craigslist, but it is a great resource to find people. Now, you do got to check them out, and I wouldn't, you know, suggest that you like hire a male housekeeper, because I don't want a male as a single mom to come into my home. But sitter.com or sittercity.com is the actual website. Care.com and TaskRabbit are really great places. The other thing is ask your neighbors, ask your you know, your older cousins who are like off for summer break. Hey, you want to make some extra money and come wash these dishes every week?
Yes.
Right? Like a 20-year-old, if you're gonna pay them $25 to just come wash it, first of all, she probably has to wash dishes at her house for free, right? So she's like, I can make $25 and just come wash the dishes for 30 minutes. Absolutely. Wash the dishes and clean the kitchen. Right. So think about what are the things that are going to have the greatest impact for you, and then scale it up. When we first hired my youngest son's babysitter, I really could only afford to pay her for like 2 days a week, right? Okay. So I was like, hey, this is how much I have, and are you willing to do this? Let me tell you something. First of all, everybody loves babies, right? So now she feels like she's his grandma, right? So she's just like, I brought him some lemons. Well, not lemons, but like whatever fruit he likes. I brought him some strawberries, and I brought him some blueberries.
You getting extra stuff for that discount rate.
The money, exactly, because I make people, and this is a leadership tip and a business tip as much as it is managing your home, right? And if you're a wife, you know this already, right? You gotta make your husband feel like he's the best thing ever. Like, I need you, and I can't do this without you. And that's how I make those people who are a part of my team feel, because it's the truth. Right. I really can't do it without you. My babysitter went out of town for her birthday. I was like, Lord, who will watch this child? Who will get this baby? Who baby is this? So,
I need her.
Right. So she came back. It was her birthday. I was like, here's some flowers. Here's a cake. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate everything that you do.
Show your help, appreciation.
Absolutely, because it makes them feel like you do notice. And it's not always about money. You know, I went to the grocery store and bought her like some $10 flowers and just wrapped them up really nice.
But her family probably not doing that. So, like, even if it's your family, still show them support, because they don't have to help you. My family didn't really help me with my daughter, and I needed that help. Like, sometimes I just needed to do vending events for my business.
Sometimes you just want to take a shower by yourself.
Girl.
Sometimes you just want to take a shower.
Yes.
By yourself.
Go to the bathroom. You want to actually sit and watch your shows. I am so tired of watching cartoons.
Yes.
Sister, can you just watch her for a few hours while I get some peace of mind?
And then another tip that I want to give you. I talked to my friends who were moms, right? And I said, listen, you don't got nobody watch your kids. I don't got nobody watch my kids. So let's just trade up, right?
I like it.
Like, bring your daughter over here, and I'll do girl stuff with her, right?
Yes.
Because it's something about watching somebody else's kids that doesn't feel like as much pressure as
you can send them back home.
Caring for your own, right? So kid, come on over, right? But then that gives me the opportunity to say, hey, can I bring the baby over for a couple hours? Can you keep an eye on him? You know, and then I try to help my friends who do babysit for me in other ways, right? So you may need somebody to take you to work if you don't drive, right? So can I take you to work in exchange for babysitting?
Right.
Can I pay a bill for you? Do you need your hair done, right?
Yes.
What can I do to help you? So you got to think about what your skills are and then barter those things for the things that you need, even with your friends. It's so important though that you like just admit to yourself and to the people around you that you need help.